Hello, Science 20. We are back. We're going to jump into our next lesson here. Let me see what we got. Oh, we got the Ice Age coming up. So if you feel a little bit of a chill coming on, that would be why. So let's take a look at the Ice Age and see what we can learn about it today. So um, when we talk about uh, the Ice Age, we're kind of talking about, most people think like really cold, woolly mammoths all over the place. Um, Couple things to put it into context here. First of all, we see a cooling trend start in the Cretaceous period, and it's going to continue throughout the Tertiary period, so that by the end, this was about 1.7 million years ago, the climate was so cold that snow started accumulating year after year in the polar regions. So snow was sticking around longer. Now, this marked the beginning of the ice Pleistocene epoch, which lasted until about 10,000 years ago. So, during the early part of this time, the weight of layer upon layer of snow in the polar regions caused lower layers of snow to become compacted into ice. This is the formation of glaciers. Now, a glacier is the equivalent of a large river of ice that forms on land and moves under the influence of gravity. So, it's not a river in the fact that it's melted water, it is ice that is moving. Now, we find Earth's largest glaciers in the polar regions, and specifically right now, we refer to them as the Greenland and Antarctic continental ice sheets. Continental ice sheet is a very large glacier, often more than a kilometer in depth, and forms in the polar regions where it is coldest. During the Pleistocene epoch, continental ice sheets reached a critical mass and began to flow outward toward the equator, kind of like a fluid, but again, we're talking about ice here, not actual water or liquid water. So here we can see an example of the Laurentine ice sheet and where it was at various points in time. But what we saw was currently our massive continental um, as our ice accumulates at the centers to the depths of over 2 kilometers, they then start to flow outwards and eventually reach the sea. Now, we will have huge chunks of ice that will break off and float away. These are icebergs. This is a process that we call calving. So basically, the formation of these icebergs breaking off from the glacier. Now, during the Pleistocene epoch, snow accumulated in the mountainous regions, resulting in mountain glaciers, which is a glacier that forms in mountainous regions at high elevations. These glaciers reached a critical mass and began to form in the mountains and stretch into the valleys below. The ice moved and still shapes Alberta to this day, although again, this is happening at a slow rate. But uh, the Rocky Mountain glaciers are still scraping and gouging at the rock below it, and this is what gives our Rocky Mountains their customary jagged shape and appearance. So then the question becomes, well, are we actually in an ice age right now? Well, that's really going to depend on who you ask. So an ice age is defined as a period when ice sheets are covering both parts of the northern and southern hemisphere, which is what we have right now. So technically, yes, we are in an ice age. We have these ice sheets covering most of Greenland in the north and the Antarctic in the south. However, usually when people talk about ice age, we're talking about when continental ice sheets are advancing to cover very large regions of North America and Northern Europe. So we would more accurately want to call this glaciations as opposed to an ice age. But anyways, um, during the Pleistocene epoch, we believe that there were about four major glaciation periods that happened. So, anyways, that's all that I have for you on this video. Have a read over in the textbook on this part. And if you got any questions, let me know. I'll see you in the next video.